Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start with the new and fresh topic, decimals. Okay, so first of all, let's start with an activity. Right, so on the right side of this screen, you can see a one big square. Okay, so this is called one whole, and I hope you have done fractions now till now, and you know how to find out 1/10 of this square block. Can you show me what is 1/10? 1/10 means we have to divide the whole square in 10 equal parts, and out of those 10 parts we have to take one part. So that will be 1/10 of the square block. So I have already divided it into 10 equal parts, and yes, I have taken one strip out. This is what? On the right side, this is one whole, and when we have taken one strip out of it, this is 1/10. Okay, so in decimals it will be written 0.1. So after decimal, so this is the first place after decimal is the 10th place. So we were having 1/10, so we will write it 0.1. Okay. Now again, this is one whole. Can you show 2/10? So when we have taken out of 10 strips, we have taken two strips. That is, these are 2/10. Okay, so this will be 2 upon 10 in fractions, and if we write it in decimals, it will be written as 0.2, because after decimal, first place is 10th place. Now again 3/10, we will take 3 strips out of it, and it will become 3/10, and it will be written in decimals as 0.3. Again, if we have to take 10/10 of this square, so this will be what? 10 upon 10, because we have taken total 10 parts were there, and we have taken 10 out of 10, so it will become one whole. So you can see one whole and 10/10, both are same. So now I have 5 strips here. It means this is what? What part of the square are they? These are 5/10, 5 upon 10 in fraction, and if we need to write it in decimals, it will become 0.5. Okay. Now this is the one small piece. So can you tell what part of the square is this small piece? Or first of all, you need to think about that how many of this size of pieces can be fit into that large square. So let's see. Yes, now I have divided the whole big square into small, this much small squares, and I can see there are 100 small squares. So 100 squares make one big square. So this one shaded portion, one blue square, represents here 1/100ths, and in fraction it can be written as 1 upon 100. So 1/100th after decimal, first place was 10th place, and after 10th place we have 100th place. So this will be written as 0.01, because after decimal second place is 100th place, and we have 1/100th only. Now this is what? We have taken two small squares out of 100 squares. So this is 2 upon 100 and 2/100ths. This will be written as 0.02, right? This is again 3 small squares out of 100. So this will be written as 0.03. See, we have written 3 after the decimal, second place after the decimal, right? Because after decimal, I repeat it again, first place is 10th place, and next place is, second place after decimal is 100th place. So again, this is a small quiz. 4 upon 100 will be 0.04. 7/100, 7 upon 100, what will it become? It will become 0.07. Then again 6/100, this will become 0.06. And if you have decimals in words and you have to write it in decimals, 5 hundredths, this will become 0.05, 8 hundredths, 0.08, 9 hundredths, it will become 0.09. So now there is a big question with me. What comes after 9 hundredths? It will be 10 hundredths. So 10 hundredths will be written as 0.10. So let's discuss more about it. So which one is bigger? What do you think? 0.10, I mean 10 hundredths, or 1/10? Let's find out. So here these are 10 small pieces, 10 small blue squares. These represents 10 hundredths, right? So this is 0.10. And this single piece, this is of same size as 10 pieces. If you will join these 10 pieces, what will it become? It will become, this is 1/10 of the whole square. We have seen it earlier also, right? So just see, I have compared it here. One small strip out of 10 strips. This is 1/10, means 0.1. And if you join these 10 small squares, it will become 1/10 only, because these make a one full strip. So 0.10 is same as 0.1, right? 10 hundredths makes 1/10. So again you can see this is one whole, 1/10, and this small portion is 1/100th. And just check how we have written it in decimals also. 1/10, 0.1. After decimal, first place is 10th place. 1/100th, 0.01. Now 10 hundredth in one line. So this is the small strip, right? So one square, one blue square, one small blue square represents here 0.01 here, right? This is 1/100th part of this big square, right? So if you have to represent it on a number line, you can say you will start from 0, and 10 hundredth will make 1/10. We have seen it, right? So we will start with 0.01, then 0.02, 03, means it will 300th, 400th, 500th, 600th, 700th, 800th, 900th, and then 10 hundredth will become 0.1. So here you will reach here at 0.1, right? So if you have to write down the number here, how many ones are here? You can see how many ones are here in this picture. 1 ones. How many tenths are here? 1/10, and 1/100ths are here. So this will become 1.11. This number will become 1.11, right? Now 2/10. So you can see these are the two strips showing 2/10, 500. So these 5 small squares are showing 5 hundredths. And how to write it in decimals? 2/10 and 5 hundredths. How to write down the number name? So ones, we have made the decimal place value chart. Ones, tenths, hundredths. Right. So 2/10 are here. So in block of tenths we have written 2. 5 hundredths are there. So below hundredths I have written 5. No ones are given, means 0 time ones are here. So this number name is 0.25, right? Now 15 upon 100 means this is what? This is 15 hundredths. So how can we show it? There will be 15 smallest squares, right? So 10 small squares will make 1/10, as seen in the pic also. one small strip. 10 small squares make 100th, as we have done earlier also, and there are 5 hundredths. So this will become 1/10 and 5 hundredths. So this can be written in decimals as 0.15. 1/10 was there, so at 10th place I have written 1, and at 100th place we have written 5 here. Now, how to write 53 hundredths? So you can check. 53 hundredths means 50 hundredths will make 5 tenths. Just see, if I will show you the 53 hundredth parts, means 53 small squares. So 10, 10, 10 squares will make 5 strips of tenths, which will become 5 tenths. And now 3 small squares are left, so these are 3 hundredths. So 53 hundredths means 5 tenths and 3 hundredths. So this will be written as 0.53, right? Now 124 upon 100. So 124, how many smallest pieces will make a square? These are 100 squares, 100 small squares. So it means in 124 there is one whole, then remaining is 24, right? So 2 tenths and 4 ones. You can see here 124 small squares, 100th part of the square. So small squares are there, smallest squares are there. So you can see it will become one whole. Then 2 strips are there of tenths. So 2 tenths and 4 hundredths. So this will be written as 1.24. I hope now this is clear to you all. Okay, now let's see how to show decimals in a place value chart. Let's see the decimal place value chart now. So this is the decimal place value chart. Everything to the left of decimal point is a whole number, right? And everything to the right of decimal point is a part of whole. So before decimal, as we have done it in the lower classes, the place values are ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. Okay, and after decimal we have tenths, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s, and so on, right? So just see, these are 14 spiders. So how to write it in decimals? So 1 tens are there and 4 ones are there. So it will be written as 14 only, right? No tens, hundreds are there. Now 115 candy corns are here. So 1 hundredths, 1 tenths, and 5 ones are here. So 115 will be written like this in the decimal place value chart, right? And again, if you know that 1 time is equal to 0.10. So 0.10, here are 1 tenths and 0 hundredths. So this will be written as 0.10, right? And if we need to write 0.25, it will be written as 0 ones, 2 tenths, and 5 hundredths, like this in the place value chart. Now if you need to write down 134 and 7 10,000ths, so now just see, I have written 134. This is the whole part, right? So 1 hundredths, 3 tenths, and 4 ones are here. After decimal we have places tenth, hundredth, thousandth, 10,000ths. So just check in the number. We have 7 10,000ths. 10,000ths. No tenths, no hundreds, no thousands. So in place of tenths, hundreds, and thousands, we have put it 0 here, right? And how many 7,000s are here? There are 7 10,000s. So this will become 134.0007, right? So this was all about the decimal numbers. Now let's see some more examples. This is one whole square in front of you, right? So if you divide it into 10 parts, each part will represent 1/10. If you divide it into 100 parts, each small square will represent 1/100th. And further, if you divide more in 1000 parts, it will become each small square will be 1/1000ths, right? So you can see one small square is 1/10th, 100th and 1000th parts are there. So what portion of the square is green now? So just check, count. There are 4 strips and the whole square is divided into 10 parts. So 0.4, because these are 4/10 strips. 4/10 of the square is green and 6/10 of the square is yellow. So this is 0.4 is green part and 0.6 is the yellow part. Again, now the whole square is divided into hundredths. So just count how many hundredths are there. You can see 10 plus 10 plus 10. 10 full strips are there, right? So 30 and 32. So 32 small squares are red. So these are 32 hundredth, right? So red is 0.32 part of the whole square and 68 rest of the 100 squares after 32, 68 are yellow. So 68 hundredths are yellow. So these will be written as 0.68, right? Now these are the 1000 squares. We have divided the full square into 1000 parts, right? So how many are blue color? So you can see 872,000 small squares are purple color. So this will be written as 0.872 and rest 128 are blue. So 0.128 is of blue part. So again, these are the 1000th part. Green color, how many squares are green? There are 44 small squares. So 44,000th. So now just take care how to write it in decimals. 1000th part is there, na, right? So 44,000th will make 400ths and 4,000ths. So it will become 0.044, right? And 956 thousandths will make 900 thousandths will make 9/10ths and 5 will make 500ths and 6,000ths. So it will become 0.956. So 0.956 are blue here. So now we can just compare the decimals as well, 0.4 and 0.6. Which one is greater? You can compare the tenths part first after decimal. We know how to compare the whole numbers. After decimal, we can compare the whole parts. So 0.4 is less than 0.6. Now just compare 0.4 and 0.40. You can see in the picture both are same. So 0.4 is same as 0.40, right? These both are equal. 4/10 we have colored in green color. These are 4 strips and each strip represents 10th part. So 4/10 is equal to 40 hundredths. So 0.40 or 0.4 both are same. Now just compare. Here are 8/10ths shown, then 800ths are shown, and then 8/10,000ths are shown in the picture with the pink color. So just see, you can compare from the picture as well. 0.8 is greater than 0.08 and then 0.008. So 8,000ths are the smaller ones. Okay, and the 8 tenths are greater ones here, right? So while comparing the decimals, first of all you will compare the tenth place of each. If the whole part is same, first of all you will compare the tenths place. So here in all these three numbers, tenth place is 8, 0 and 0. So obviously 0.8 is greater than of all. So if we will compare the next two numbers 0.08 and 0.008, then tenth part in both these two numbers are same, right? And if we will compare now, next we will compare the hundredths place. So hundredths place in the second number is 8 and in third number is 0. So obviously 0.08 is greater than 0.008. So this is the way how to compare the decimal numbers, right? So now just see, now you can tell 0.6 is greater or 0.7. And B part is 0.39 or 0.3. So just see here, 0.6 and 0.7 I have shaded. So obviously 0.6 is less than 0.7, and then I have shaded 0.39 and 0.3. So again you can check, in both numbers 3 tenths are there, right? But in first number there are 900th parts are more, right? So 0.39 is bigger than 0.3. Now again the two numbers are 0.54 and 0.56. So again you can check, if you need to check it as it is, you can see here the 10th place is 5 and in the other also 10th place is 5, right? But if you will go for the 100th place, here 100th place is 4 and in the next part 100th place is 6. So it means 0.56 is greater, right? Now for the next part, also the both 10th places are same, 2 and 2, but the next place is again 100th place is also the same. So it means 0.20 and 0.2 are the same. So you can see here I have shaded it with pink color, 0.54 and 0.56. So clearly 0.54 is less than 0.56. And if we will shade in D part 0.20, 0.20 means there are 20 hundredths, right? And 0.2 means 2 tenths. So you can see both are same because 20 hundredths will make 2 tenths, right? So this was all about the comparison of decimals. Thank you and have a nice day.